Labas. Hello. Labash? Labas? Sveiki? Sviki? I don't know. Hi, Leonard. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Whoa! What am I doing over here? Oh, that's because I was in Jackbox Party Pack mode. So I'm gigantic and turned around. Boom. Get out of party mode. Back to serious sci-fi mode. Sarah, I read you and Lena talking about some Yakuza. Running some errands, probably popping it out. Awesome. Yakuza and video editing, yes. Say hi to the Johnny boy for me. Deciding a thumbnail look for Kiwami. Very true. You gotta get that theme right. You gotta get the right feel. I'm very lucky to have the producer, Leonard, produce those. All right. Oh, he says hi. This music is pretty great, eh, Lena? We'll bang off some missions here. And then play Mass Effect 3 until I get bored of it. Because it can be... It's one of those games where the missions can get a bit repetitive. I'd say Mass Effect 3 is the one I've been able to play the longest out of any Mass Effect game. Longest stints. But it's still... You know, there's still some issues. It doesn't seem to say if there is a side mission at it. You just have to know. So how would I go to these places? Investigate Sanctuary, that's a big one. Cerberus Fighter. Oh, they're right there, you dummy. We'll go to the Cerberus Fighter base. Main missions or side missions? I think we'll do the side ones that we can now. Well, if we start doing main missions, I think that's pretty much it. That's point of no return, baby. So, it'd be good to get these ones done. Because they've actually been pretty fun. And then soon after, it won't take too long to beat the game, I don't think. Novaria Cerberus Fighter Base. Novaria is a small, frozen terrestrial world, barely habitable by conventional definitions. It's privately chartered by the Novaria Development Corporation, who lease out labs for research too dangerous or controversial to be formed elsewhere. The war has brought significant attention to this otherwise obscure planet. Novaria is home to some of the most advanced research in the galaxy, a sure magnet for Cerberus interest. Further, Novaria's mass relays a stop between the humans' Exodus cluster and the beginning of Solarian space. It is a safe bet that the Solarians will defend their borders to the utmost. The good hum of a spaceship. A lot of this music has a good hum to it. Garrus was pretty powerful, actually. I liked Garrus. A little bigger Garrus. This is what I felt like you were before Garrus. Now you're like this bigger guy. He's got that concussive shot. He's able to take people out. Liara, I like that she can dangle people. That's pretty powerful too. And he can stay. He seems to die less. A lot more survivable. That's mine. Garrus. Doesn't seem to matter that they're recharged on. Pre-ordered Kiwami 2 today since you buy from that shop a lot. Got a customer discount. You paid 40 euros rather than 60? Wow, that's a nice little deal. I'm trying to decide whether to buy Shenmue 1 and 2 on the PSN digital store. It'll cost me $5 less. It'll be like 35 bucks. No tax on the PSN store, which I really like, obviously. Submachine gun. She's got this weird submachine gun. And a pistol. I don't even know what she's good at. Or, I have 8 points here. I guess just put it into cryo ammo. Freeze duration. Or give them. Oh my god. Have your whole team twice as much or 40% more. 2 people being 50% more effective is basically like having 1 more teammate's effectiveness. But they have their own shots. Freeze duration by 40%. If I could just take out 1 person for 40%. But then everyone gets frozen. But it only goes up 1 second. So oh, this one you have to do this one. By another 40%. So you can go 6 seconds. Ooh, that's a little tougher now. But I already have 5 seconds. So who cares? That's true. I don't keep many of my physical games though. I don't know if I'd ever play it again. You're right, that's the thing, is that I could buy it for 41 bucks off Amazon, and then I have the physical edition. And then I could sell it for what, like 20 bucks? I actually wasn't even able to sell Shadow of the Colossus. I don't think remasters have a great sell value, because I think the people that go after remasters, especially cheaper ones that are full price, they just buy it. Recharge speed. Yeah. Longer. I think her doing more damage is better, because I'm not totally on the ball with making sure she's doing everything she needs. Sticky-minded traffic, that's kind of cool. Overload. Probably overload. Effective against shields. Recharge speed up. Damage up. Alright, here we go. So, I don't think there's going to be much resale. And then with the disc, I have to do this. Look at this. Push the button. The disc has to come out. Save the money, get it digitally. Or pay the extra bit. Maybe get to sell it. I just upped my prime. It's another 90. Oh!
Commander, the enemy has a strategic advantage in this sector thanks to the fighter squadron facility you're about to attack. We want to seize it, but their air defenses are too strong for a frontal assault. Losses would be too cost prohibitive.
How do you want me to handle this?
Go in the back, bring down their defenses so we can send in the troops. Good luck, Commander.
I have visual contact. There's a small platform above the main landing pad. I can drop you there, but it's got to be now.
Let's do it.
See, in Mass Effect 3, it really feels like they're this team that is going around doing special shots everywhere. And helping in the whole war effort, you know. Whereas Mass Effect 2 is a lot more just going around kind of doing personal errands for people.
Commander, you'll have to find the command center to take down their defenses.
Keep an eye out for the command center.
Multiple contacts.
That was John High. That was John High. That was John High. That was John High. But I don't know if Sarah and John can actually hear this. They're out shopping. They might just be looking quietly. God, I love the combat in this game. Koichi. So the reviewers are getting it today, and it's two separate games, not the same launcher. That's kind of silly, hey? 2 discs? Weird. There was this horrible games spot article. It goes, Shenmue 1 and 2 is not an actual remaster. And then you read and it goes, and you're like, okay, where's the part where you say it's not a remaster? And all they do is list all the features. They go, it'll have scalable resolutions. It'll have Japanese and English audio. It'll have a bunch of new features. Like, oh yeah? How is this not a remaster? What was the point of your headline? This makes no sense. But I mean, when you think about like what's the difference between a remaster and a remake? I think a remaster is anytime you go back and you improve it slightly, especially with visuals. You're upgrading it, or you're making the audio sound better. And then a remake is when you actually redo the code. Or, yeah, I guess I see your point there, because you can have like a port. You could have a regular port to the PC and have higher resolution. So would that be considered a remaster? I guess you wouldn't call it that, would you? But to me, a remaster is when you're using the original game and you're upgrading it. I mean, like Dark Souls remastered, they went in there and they tweaked it, got it up to 60 frames per second. That's probably a perfect definition of a remaster. And then you've got Shadow of the Colossus. That was a full-on remake. Where but I think they said the original game is under there, but every single texture you see has been remade. Pretty amazing. Hi, guy. I love the combat in this game. It's so good.
Enemies neutralized, Shepard. Looks like we found the control center. Damn it. This'll
Who are
take
you
a
gonna
while.
put on the case?
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses down ASAP.
I knew there's gonna be somebody like
Garrus, make it quick.
On it.
that. On it.
Be ready, Commander. You're gonna get swarmed. Commander, I've been flushed from cover. Retreating to minimum safe distance.
No problem. Cortez, get out of there.
We'll wait for your all clear, then relay to the strike force.
Warning. Security breach. Initiating lockdown.
Remaster should improve asset quality, but Shenmue they just added Bloom at a higher resolution.
Just bring
Well, they added
defenses. Worry
Bloom,
about that
but
later.
yeah, I see what you mean. That could just be easy like a high-end port. They're sort of porting it to a new system, so maybe it's not a full-on remaster. I agree. I totally agree with you there, actually. Yeah. Whereas a remaster, you would go through and you would tighten up all the assets, but the assets aren't really being buffed up at all. Makes sense. All right, you convinced me. I guess the part I didn't like about the GameSpot article is that they said in the title, if you say in the title something like it won't be a remaster, that's going to get you clicks, but I wanted a paragraph kind of significantly addressing that and talking about it in a way. You know, like, here's why it's not a remaster. But they don't really say that. But, oh, Felix is here. Hey, Sarah and Johnny, Lena, hey, Maddie. Oh, Felix. All right, Felix, buddy. All right, bye. Bye, Sarah and John. Have a good time shopping. Look at Garrus in there. How come they're not attacking Garrus? Wouldn't that make more sense? These guys are dumb. They should have shot Garrus in the back. I should have had to revive him. That would have made more sense. So I saw that Red Dead Redemption trailer, gameplay,
Shepard, it takes 2 to authorize shutdown.
gameplay advertisement. We still, you know, it's they said that everything was in-game footage. But I mean, when you say in-game footage, are you specifically saying these aren't cutscenes? The game looks beautiful. Looks like they're going for a super realistic, immersive quality of game. And when you think about why the first Grand Theft Auto games were so good, and Red Dead Redemption, is that they were very... Oh, it's Maple Story, Ted. Maple Story, Ted. Maple... This is what's going on in Ted's brain all the time. Maple Story, 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 one ranked #1 in the world. New world order. Is that right, Ted? So, this is their new game after 5 years. I know, it's crazy. The thing I was worried about is that they made so much money with the Grand Theft Auto Online, you thought.
System deactivated. General Order 7/7 triggered. Establishing contingency defenses.
I'm tracking large-scale deployment to the landing pad, Shepard.
And that's where we need to go.
But that's the thing, is that Grand Theft Auto 5 is the biggest selling game of all time. And they made so much money off it, but they basically abandoned a lot of the solo stuff, and they just went full-on multiplayer. I mean, I thought they were saying there was going to be a whole bunch of cool stuff with, you know, heists and that kind of stuff. They just kind of put that all into the... What are they on? Freeze mode? Overload? What's his one? This is also overload. I want to do concussive shot. Effective against barriers. I wish she could map more powers. Kind of sucks. She's doing decoy on her own. Yeah, Tony. Who's Tony? Me? Tony Schiavone? It'll be the greatest event. Don't touch that dial. It's the greatest night in professional wrestling history. Because Booker T is against Canyon. A lot of guys in there. Or girls. I'm gonna kill all these guys. Or girls. GTA 5 EA parade. Yeah. I've played about half of it. I played up until the point where Trevor appears. And then I got really, really bored of Trevor. Because he dominates every scene that he's in, and it's a lot of him just yelling at people. Trevor, to me, reminds me of like a 14-year-old playing Grand Theft Auto, just swearing all the time, thinking swearing is cool. Or like a first-year college person with all their ideas. They don't actually apply it to the real world. GTA was 4. Yeah, I think I like the actual feel of GTA 4 a lot more. The way the story lays out. I think the story's a lot better. GTA 5 is so disjointed. Trevor gets so much time. The main guy gets a lot of time. But they don't seem to... Can he hit him with a concussive shot?
Acknowledge.
Combat engineer, look at this guy. Pretty tough. Quality-wise, GTA 5 was already very good in the last gen. It's really awesome seeing Rockstar pushing the next gen technology, conversation with every NPC. It's, you know what?
Trying to break through the interference.
Cortez, I read you. Come in.
There you are, Commander. How'd you get through the
I
interference?
forgot about interference.
Area clear. Signaling the strike force. Wait. Scan's picking up something coming your way.
Proximity alert. Deploying armed response.
An Atlas. Terrific.
Give it everything you got.
What's an Atlas? Atlas. What was it? That's interesting. The new Red Dead kind of seems like what Shenmue was all about. When Shenmue first came out, it was the whole appeal was that you could walk around this huge area, you could have jobs, you could do basically anything you wanted. Vending machines, video games, arcades, all this stuff we kind of take for granted in games, open world games. But the interesting thing about it was that you could talk to every single NPC, was fully voiced, and would contribute to the story. Which meant most of the time they would just say, I don't know what you're talking about, ask somebody else. That's basically how it went. Look at us just murdering this guy. He's like frozen in place. Get pretty overpowered. I'm just gonna smash this guy with my sniper rifle. Look at him retreating. Here he comes, around the corner. Power crass compels you? A Ghostbusters quote. The female Ghostbusters. You don't hear that every day. Ooh. How you doing there, solid 339 for you, Snake? Power of Christ compels you. Power of Christ compels you.
Now the next
Power
fire shepherd.
of Christ
Anyone wounded?
compels you.
Just the usual mind
Power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. The power of
Copy
Christ.
that, Lieutenant.
Coming in to pick you up.
That's it. Mission over. The side quests are so fast in Mass Effect 3. Hop down. What do they do with Shenmue 3 with all the current gen capabilities? I don't know what they're going to do with Soul Calibur voice, 3 words max. I don't know. I think Shenmue 3 has a really good chance of being super disappointing. For them to keep up with everything that's changed in games, Shenmue 1 and 2 were revolutionary at the time because of all the NPCs that they had.
This was a major victory, Commander. A crippling blow to Cerberus operations in this sector. Now all we have to do is maintain control of the facility.
Cerberus won't make that easy.
And we won't make it easy on them. Thanks to you, we can use their own defenses against them. Tell your team they did good, Commander. You should be proud.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Hack it out.
Now, the Shenmue 3 trailer was probably the most honest trailer around. A lot of times, before they've made the game, they make this piece of gameplay just for the trailer. And especially, like American studios will do that. And then they throw that away. So that's not even what the game is going to be. So I think the Shenmue 3 trailer is more like Japanese style, where they haven't put everything together yet, so it looks bad. And it was honest. That's just what the game looks like right now. It's not done. They still have to polish everything up. I like this little bit of dialogue here.
I just figured you'd be more sympathetic to someone joining Cerberus. You've never been big on aliens.
Yeah, I enlisted to kick ass just like everyone else. But I need a better reason than it has scales to go kill somebody. And And if Cerberus is taking our dishonorable discharges and Cat-6 washouts, it's just one more reason they're not worth a damn.
Has any replacement developer ever done good? I'll give you a couple examples. Here's one. I don't know if this counts, but you had Obsidian come in and take over. I don't know if that's a replacement, but environments look really nice and finished, though. I don't know. No. They know. They actually admit it too. They said this is alpha footage.
Commander.
Not close. The guard girl behind you looks like Shepard. What in here?
Commander.
Commander. She looks like Jack. That one looks like Shepard. Who's this? Why would you ever do air quotes? Hey, let's look busy. Shepard's here. I think so. I think New Vegas is the best Fallout, and I haven't beaten it, but it just immediately feels good. And then you got KOTOR 2, another Obsidian one where they came in and made it a little different. Only played 4, but 3 looks better. 3 was super interesting until I got to the part where it becomes super fetch questy. You meet up with your dad, and then all of a sudden it's like, you need to go to the basement, and you need to turn on 5 switches. And then you go to the basement, they go, oh, it still doesn't work. You need to come to the top, and you need to push 5 switches. You go, what? Yeah, you gotta push the switches. And then that doesn't work, and it's like, okay, fine. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was over for me. But when I first played Fallout 3, and you emerge from the vault, and then you check out Nuke City, and then you head out into the wasteland, and it's super dangerous out there. That was nice. You know, that made a lot of sense. Communication hub. And then kind of once I started getting really powerful, it became a little less fun. Because at one point, the raiders used to really worry me. Like, you know, I remember going to that first grocery store and creeping around. There's raiders over there, and you're trying to survive. And then it's fun to, you know, to level up and become really powerful in that sense. But then that was kind of the game was over for me there. But at the time, I loved it. That was when I was super addicted to playing tabletop Warhammer. With the little figurines. Garrus was pretty awesome. Let's try Liara, though. But always Edie. I wonder if Fallout 76 would be any good. At one side, looking forward to exploring the big open world friends, but at the same time, what you explore won't be interesting. That's the point. That's the thing with Anthem. It's like, and even with Red Dead Redemption 2, we see the potential for this to be really good. But until you kind of see what it's like moment to moment, like what's every 15 minutes of gameplay like? Like, what are you doing? What is a mission all about? Is that fun? Like Ted says, are the NPCs actually going to be interesting? Because if you looked at Zelda Breath of the Wild on paper, like, I don't know if this is going to be, you don't know it's going to be fun until you get like a really good sense of the game, right? Yeah, have her do more damage. And then I couldn't look at Breath of the Wild on paper and realize this is going to be one of my favorite games of all time, because it's hard to quantify that exploring this world is you're going to find really interesting. So with Breath of the Wild, it just clicks for me. And why is that? Because it takes the focus off of mini maps. It makes you pay attention to the world. It makes you listen. It makes you look. It's challenging.
Commander Cerberus has taken one of our secret communication facilities. All campaigns in this theater depend on the information that dish array supplies.
What do we know?
We're getting intel from a tech who survived the attack. Grace Sato. She's hiding in a security bunker off-site.
A civilian?
Yes, patching her through.
Miss Sato.
Sato.
What's happening down there?
I'm staying hidden, but I'm the only one left. They're trying to hack into our systems to access Alliance operations protocols. I'm tracking their activity, but they're bound to find me sooner or later.
Hang in there. We'll be there soon.
Yes. Yes, Commander.
It's not ideal, but she's the only one with any traction on this. The information stored in that network is critical, Commander. If it gets into enemy hands, we'll lose a lot of good people.
I'll take care of it, Admiral.
See that you do. Hack it out.
Oh my. My word. The odds of us surviving this mission are 20,006 to 1. There was a very Zelda-like game that came out.
They're locking onto me. Moving out of
Yeah, man,
range.
there's my head.
Misato, we've landed.
Maybe looking at
What are we
Kingdom Come
looking at?
Deliverance would probably give a pretty bad impression.
Control of the 3 critical access points. I'm updating your nav point with the location of the terminal they're closest to.
Great!
We'll keep them from hacking in.
I'm on it.
I'm on it. God, I love this snipe.
Got it.
Yeah. But there is something, when I look at Kingdom Come Deliverance, there's something about the way it presents itself that feels like an older school game with modern sensibilities. Goodbye, buddy. God, that just makes them so vulnerable. Love that cat. The battlefields in Mass Effect 3 feel really different all the time. Thank you. That turret's going to smash you in the face now. Awesome. It explodes, pushes you back, and vibrates, but you don't take any damage. Now, for favorite Grand Theft Auto game, I love Vice City. Vice City was one I was totally in. Grand Theft Auto 3, I remember seeing it be at parties.
Commander Shepard, Cerberus shuttles are scouring the area. I think they're looking
Oh,
for
no,
me.
they're looking for
They're using
Sato.
comms to pinpoint Sato's location.
Oh no. How do we...
Nothing's changed. Just upload the next set of coordinates.
Yes, Commander. Updating your nav point.
Like an old school RPG that doesn't hold your hand too much, that lets you make interesting choices. You know? What's this? Centurion. Invisible and wait for the perfect shot. And he's never coming back. Ha! You can see right through the smoke. Nice. This looks like an Overwatch map. I did not play Quake 2 with the grappling hook. I thought it was great because Insane Clown Posse is really fun. Oh yeah, if you put it on Xbox. Ciao, 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 ciao. Io sto bene. Almost die, Sig 3. I had my friend's CD that it was their first recording they ever did. And I said, oh, let me put it on my Xbox. And he was really worried. He's like, oh, we haven't even copyrighted it yet. I'm like, how do you copyright it? You put it, you mail it to yourself. That's like such an old wives' tale. So funny, like at the time, you think that these 3 dumb songs you make are so important, right? I think like 6 months later, we had 10 way better songs than those. We probably never even played those songs anymore. But I eventually convinced him. I'm like, it's just gonna be my Xbox. Who cares? Then I think I had a Muse CD. Muse Hullabaloo. You know what's cool about the Xbox is I had a friend in England bring me back a Muse DVD of them playing in Paris called Hullabaloo. And I would try to play it on other DVD players. It wouldn't work. So the Xbox could play sort of like DVDs from around the world. I think it was actually like a PAL DVD. And it worked. I could be wrong about that. Where did this Nemesis go? There she is. She's so fast. She's like StarCraft Ghost. How am I going in Divinity? I haven't played it much at all, actually. I just haven't had time. I've been playing so much streaming here, and what is with this one Nemesis we can't track down? I'm gonna have to throw a grenade on her face. There you go. One dead Nemesis. Something about favorite GTA, and for me it's Vice City. First GTA I ever played. Love the setting. I didn't like San Andreas. I thought it was a little too into the realism side of things. Like, I didn't like working out and doing any of that crap. I just wanted to play and have fun. At Vice City, I love the soundtrack. It was bright, colorful, fun. Great story, great writing. I loved it. And that was when I had modded my Xbox, and I had probably like 50 games on there. Because the video game store had this rental policy where you could have one game, and you could swap it as many times as you wanted. You paid $30 for the month. And I worked right next door to it, so I just swapped it out every day. But because I had so many games, I didn't even really... It was hard to pick one or stick on one.
Miss Sato, come in. Miss
So I just
Sato, are
played
you
GTA.
there? Miss Sato must believe breaking radio silence would mean her death. We need the final coordinates. Grace, listen to me.
Can't talk. They're right outside.
It sounds like you're talking.
You lose your nerve now, thousands will die. Now tell me what I need to know.
Yes. Yes, Commander. Updating your nav point with the last location now. But if you get to me in time... Just hurry, please.
Commander, I think I can make a run and get her.
Do it.
Come on, Sato. See, they've got so much tension. Someone's thinking about dying. Thinks they're gonna die. Right. I will. How about that mission where it was like life and death, and Edie was saying, "They don't recognize me. I could surprise them." Separatism. Not now, Edie. Okay. You don't need to obey the laws in Eleanor. You just put your siren on. Oh, soon you're gonna get your reservation for Divinity. Oh, that makes sense. Cool.
Affirmative.
Blaster out of the air, baby. I know you're supposed to hit them with, like, what, overload? I'm almost dead. You're... oh, crap. Yes. Can you dangle this little bitch? Oh, crap. It's not a traditional camera thing. It's actually Shepard moving. I always think that I'm kind of rotating the camera around. That dead? It's a dead girl. Like to throw grenades, do ya? This kind of looks like a Mass Effect Andromeda planet. Look at all these radar dishes. What are they for? I know Ink is getting worried that Divinity 2 is going to come out. We're not even going to play any of Divinity 1. Look at this little red thing. I know where you are. Dead? Nope. Nope. I guess dead. I know it was fun. I found it a really creepy game. The music was creepy. Staring at people's faces all the time. A lot of uncanny valley. Casey'd even copy the guards in one of the cities. So many times you remember their faces. Yeah, you know, like little moments like that where because of the way the gameplay unfolds, that's the part you remember, you know? It's like an XCOM. You remember parts that happened in your game. Divinity 2's half a game? Interesting. I'm, you know, Divinity 1 right now, I'm enjoying the battling and the leveling up a lot. The combat is nicely paced. It's not too long, but it's pretty consequential. All your actions. But it doesn't really drag, which is good. But then you've got... it hasn't been much story so far. And I know they're doling it out, but... it's very, very, very slowly paced in the beginning. We even skipped most of the tutorial town. 2 is one with the campaign. Really? One doesn't have the campaign? Oh, I gotta still play some more XCOM.
Commander, they've almost got the doors open.
Okay, come.
Got her covered, Commander. Area cleared. Picking up Miss Sato, then heading back to the rendezvous point.
Where's all this happening?
Good job, Lieutenant.
Wouldn't it be cool if just thousands of zombies came out? And then, you know what? They don't even make you run to, like, an extraction point. Unless they can make that exciting. They go, fade out, whatever. You're out. The whole game of KCD, you're only required to fight once. You can finish the whole game without fighting or killing. Cool. I think you can do that in the original Fallout, like Fallout 1 or 2. There's this guy, H-Bomber guy. He had a great video talking about why he liked Fallout 1 or 2 a lot better than the other Fallouts. He can be a bit insufferable in some of his other videos, but
Our communication station is secure. Operations in this theater are safe again. No small task to keep it that way. How's Misato doing?
She asked to be transferred to a nearby Alliance station. Looks like she isn't letting the Cerberus attack scare her off.
I commend her for that. Hack it out.
Add that to the list of games to get to. Half-Life, XCOM. And the 100 games you gotta play before you die. So, would you put XCOM 2 on 100 games you gotta play before you die? Maybe XCOM 1. XCOM DOS. Tech crabs. This whole room, this is a loading room, I guess. I bet you later on there's gonna be a problem in the ship where we're gonna have to climb down that ladder. XCOM 2, that's right, not XCOM 1.
My old sergeant told me that Cerberus started out as an Alliance Black Op.
Black Ops always go bad. If you have to deny the action, it was a crappy action.
Okay.
Commander?
Commander. No. We're talking about lots of stuff. We're doing side missions in Mass Effect. It's not like this is super important, mainline story stuff. You're not like interrupting a cutscene. Stella's asking me some questions during like such a pivotal point in Yakuza Kiwami, I think it was. And I was explaining to her, I'm like, if you need something, just text me, because I know you can't tell, but imagine if I was playing a song on the stage, and as I got to the most climactic part, he just jumped on stage and said, "Hey, can you do this for me?" But there's no way for her to, like, if she just pokes her head and looks at the game, doesn't really have the frame of reference to understand this is an important part. I think that's it for side quests. XCOM time sync. I think Monster Hunter's a time sync. I think Corey's really into that. What am I doing right now? I feel like I've done most of them. What was the point of doing those missions? Oh my god, look at all this stuff. A Volosyn Citadel needs a book of planets. Recover from Irune. Kite's Nest. A Batarian refugee needs the Pillars of Strength to improve his people's morale. And a sorry military trainer needs text. Why don't they go get it? I liked XCOM 1 from 2011. Didn't like XCOM 2. Limited turns to complete a mission aspect. Oh, okay. They added a bit more consequence to it. A Volus diplomat needs a Prothean obelisk. Get your own stuff. I like this. An Alliance soldier knows the location of Prothean data. Garvug and Valhallan Threshold. The Hades Nexus. Yeah. Crucible Project. The Hades Nexus. Dakuna. An emergency extraction for warriors and civilians trapped in their homeworld Dakuna. That could be interesting. And there's two things we could get on Dakuna. What's the wounded Batarian? Maybe a terrorist. Find him in the refugee camp. Citadel, tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff. Maybe I'll go to Dakuna, and then that'll probably be it for side quests. I think at this point. They're starting to just feel kind of fetchy. Now, where the hell's Dakuna? What's this? This doesn't even have a name. The Shrike. Always finish your mission with 2 to 3 turns left? I'm not taking it because they do not have a spaceship that allows them to remain invisible. Oh, well that makes sense, Siegfried. That makes sense. 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 Where's Dakuna? Dakuna. That makes sense. Dakuna. Where's Dakuna? Dakuna. I don't know where Dakuna is. Dakuna. Talk to the people on there. One more thing about KCD. Stealth, it also depends what color of armor you're wearing, how loud it is, how many layers of clothes you have. Ooh, very, very PC. There's no turn limit XCOM 2 after you get through an enemy wave. Take your time to reload, heal everyone in 4 turns. I think we've basically talked to everybody. Crew quarters. Battle bay. Yeah. Talk to trainer. Where is this Dakuna place? No, I don't want to save. Dakuna. Matata. Dakuna. Court of the Ancients. Well, where the hell's that? The Holy Book from Dakuna. I don't know where that is. How old is the website? My website, like MatthewFalvey.com. I need to update that. Alright, I need to find out where the hell Dakuna is. Mass Effect 3. Where is Dakuna? Where is Dakuna? You already scanned Dakuna for the Dakuna Court of the Ancients. You might have scanned Old Tan 2 and already picked up the army without having a quest. Oh, really? The Elko homeworld Dakuna is in the Cillian Nebula. I don't think I spoke with Cortez. I thought I did. You can go into literally every house. I like stealing in RPGs when there's consequences. It seems like so many games you can just go in and you take all their stuff and they're like, good day. Good day to you. You know, Morrowind? Trying to get in and steal that jewel? That diamond? That's so fun. You're like, do I go in at night? And the game doesn't tell you how. The game just says, well, this is how you can get caught. Figure it out yourself. Dakuna. Matara. Cortez.
Nothing to report, Commander.
What's Adams? What's Cortez? He's the pilot? No, Joker's the pilot. Nothing to report. Usually you have a lockpick to even get inside the house. If they see you open a private chest. Good. Good. And then they have to run and talk to the guards. The guards don't just magically appear. I like that. Cortez might be... I don't know. Maybe down here? On the crew deck? I think he is. He hangs out down there with that big dummy. The big dummy guy. You know, Steep was the game I was most excited about. I thought, if they can put Steep on the Switch, a new gen game that looks beautiful, that runs on, that was made for PS4 and Xbox and PC, if they can put that on the Switch, we're good to go. And they didn't. But this Switch has a lot of great things. If you like, hey, do you like indie games that cost more than in Steam? Have we got a platform
Lieutenant
for
Steve
you?
Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheap.
So, you're my shuttle pilot?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over. I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Okay.
You were stationed on Earth.
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
He had a husband. 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 But he'd rather not talk about it. 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 Rather not talk.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Rather not talk about it. Rather not talk about it. Interesting. Cortez, huh? Cortez. Alright, we'll go do Dakuna, and then that'll be it. Maybe some Hellblade? Maybe some XCOM? I don't know. This one time, I had a side quest to steal from the house, but a person living noticed. I tried to knock him out as fast as possible. But then 2 more people came into the room, so I panicked and killed them. But then the door of the house was open. The dead body was visible from outside, and the guard was just walking by, and he saw it. In the end, killed God. Talk to all people on all floors. Why? They're just...
Commander.
No, I don't go that way. Sorry, I thought this was the old Normandy. He had a husband. He had a husband. Talk to the people. 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 Got this like weird delay here. Talk to the people. Talk to the people. Talk to the people. Talk to the
Turians will hold.
Talk to the people.
Pound for pound,
Talk to
they're
the
the best
people.
fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
I see. Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires Thresher Maws.
That was a joke. I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. You said that asking you abstract social questions may lead to unreliable answers, so I stayed silent.
I didn't realize this would be an ongoing issue. Let's air it out.
I was considering this. For all their supposed intelligence, the Reapers are more easily destroyed than they think. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers. But I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
Well, this is interesting. Whatever it wants to be, a job it was designed for. I guess at first the job was designed for, but I'm gonna pick the nice answer. Whatever you want to be now.
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Gep and the Reapers.
More to organics? Don't think like a Reaper. That's right, there you go.
The Reapers have nothing to emulate.
Seconded. Why would you want to be like those assholes?
The Reaper lifespan is between 50,000 to 37 million years. That is a very successful model.
And all they do is harvest and destroy. Ask yourself if that's what you really want.
That is an unusual perspective, Shepard. I will devote processing power to considering it. Thank you.
That was fun. Oh god, the kids are so... What? Now we have Defense Matrix.
Commander?
Commander. That's fun. Questions about life. That's what sci-fi's all about. So the time I was doing a main quest, but I had to do side quests. Get some medic for sick people, get an NPC to help me. If I just want to get to the main story, so wait until night. Went to the room with all the sick people. Killed all of them. Skip the whole quest. You solve the problem. We don't have to fix anyone. Ever again.
Commander.
Trainer, don't be so cold. Blow for blow. How it goes down. Blow for blow. 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 I'm going to Takuna. Where is Takuna? They said it was in the Silly Nebula. Flat Earth is sci-fi. Katabolo. I don't know where they... What the... Where is Takuna? It's in the Silly Nebula in the Fontes system. How would I know that? Oh, maybe I was supposed to do something to discover it. Lord protect you for your help. You did the best you could. Blow for blow. Lanumalolum. Ortan. Takuna. Takuna. The Elcor homeworld, Takuna overflows natural resources protected by law from large deposits of precious metals to vast forests. The Elcor themselves live in rich grasslands near the equator. The majority of Takuna settlements are tucked within this belt, as the conservative Elcor feel little desire to build outside the comfort zone. Their twin capitals are for migration from the wet season to the dry season, a tradition made obsolete by modern technology but still observed. After the destruction of the Elcor navy, Reapers moved in their ground troops to occupy the cities. This has taken longer than most civilized world, as the Elcor have spread into smaller distant settlements, reflecting their preference for close-knit family communities instead of densely packed cities. Huh. Interesting. I feel like you don't get a lot of that. Like when you what? I can't go to Takuna? What the hell? I can't do anything here yet. Oh, you gotta scan it maybe?
I found something.
Reaper alertness. Reaper alertness. Start to scan it. I don't get what's going on here. There we go. It's a little different than Mass Effect 2. Lost and found. Go to the ancients. That was it? Okay. You know what they don't have very much in this game is sort of going on to, yeah, put it on Discord, but under our friend's stuff. They don't have you like exploring a planet and seeing how people live and seeing their sort of their village and stuff. But I guess that would take too much to have a lot of planets like that. This is a little easier. At least they give you direction to go. Whereas in Mass Effect 2 is so random. Really? Oh, we got the Elcor flotilla. Alright. Well, big deal. Oh my god, can you hear those kids screaming downstairs? They're having a good time. 66% explored. I guess you could explore all those places. I don't really want to do that. I think we might be coming into this side quest mania here. Fuel depot. For the gas station. Like, what's the point of this one? You just do a scan? You cannot. I wanted to see that world. I guess it'll just live on as lore. That's kind of it. Investigate the sanctuary. Go to the Citadel, do a couple things, I'll be done with this one. And then we'll play some Hellblade. Yeah! Oh yeah, the Citadel. Talk to some people, deliver some crap, and then try Hellblade. Might be nice to try to get Hellblade up to 1080. We've had better internet. All I did was reset the modem. Said we had noisy lines. Yes. Rainbow Six Siege. I haven't played that for a long
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
Refugee camp.
I need to get to the
See this
refugee
terrorist
camp.
dude.
Yes, Commander.
Maniac. Maniac Mansion. Maniac Mansion. It's the only
The galaxy needs to understand what these refugees have been through.
Mansion.
Guest ships have provided
Pressure's okay. No one.
Can I talk to him? Are you Gorak?
Gorak.
Go away. Nothing to say.
Go away.
Not even what a terrorist's doing on the Citadel?
Get away from me, human.
You didn't answer my question.
Your alliance wiped out my world. Blew up a relay that turned my planet into ash. I got had people on it. Families. Struck back. For them.
That was to stop the Reapers?
The Alliance destroyed the Alpha Relay because the Reapers were about to come through.
Easy for you to say that now that... You want to punish me? Unplug the sedative. Let me join my family.
Just walks away.
I'm done here.
Good. He'll cough himself to death without a sedative.
No! Wait!
Just take it easy. There.
Oh, I thought the nurse was gonna do that. Was gonna take away the sedative.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms.
The Raptor. Human version of a Batarian weapon developed conflict on low gravity world.
Stand strong for your people with Batarian State Arms.
I guess get some of these mods.
Please observe all cast restrictions when making a purchase.
Terminus armor, that's cool. Melee damage 15%. Ammo capacity shields. Yeah.
Batarian State Arms.
Buying
defending
it.
the hegemony. Your purchases
That awesome. Because it looks cool. And it gives you more
Whatever
benefits.
happened to that nice lady who was helping everybody out?
Everybody.
You mean the redhead? Kelly Chambers?
Yeah, that's her.
She's dead.
Oh!
What?
Yeah. When Cerberus took the docks, they walked right up to her and asked, "Are you Kelly Chambers?" She said yes, and they put a bullet right between her eyes.
Whoa. I guess if Cerberus asks if you're such and such, the correct answer is no.
Kelly Chambers.
The Asari homeworld of Thessia has been attacked by alien forces.
Kelly Chambers took a bullet right between the eyes. Kelly Chambers.
Hey,
took a
I've
bullet
assumed full control of Eclipse.
right
We're committed to moving forward with our...
Kelly Chambers took a bullet right. That's where my brain is.
I believe those are my credits.
Listen, please, we just need more food. I can give you the location of some ruins. Protein deposits on Gate Hidden, the Hades Nexus. If you could get past the
That's where my
I'm sure
brain
you'd find
is.
something valuable.
I don't believe you.
Commander.
Please, my family's starving.
Get the bullet. Right. I guess we'll talk later. Took a bullet. Right. I guess we'll talk later.
The galaxy needs to understand what these refugees have been through. Can't you let me in?
Took a bullet. Right.
Spectre status recognized.
I guess we'll talk
Please
later.
select a destination. One moment, please.
Kelly Chambers took a bullet right. I guess we'll talk later. No, we won't, Kelly. You're dead. You took a bullet right between the eyes. I'm Kelly We got her. I didn't think she'd give herself up that easy, but she did. Kelly.
Now arriving at ward level.
Kelly Chambers. Angry Elcor. I went to your planet, Dick.
I recovered the Code of the Ancients from Dakuna. It's waiting for you in Bay D24.
With shock and joy. Really, this is wonderful news. Thank you, human. Sincerely, this will greatly aid our people.
Great. I'm happy for you. I got credits. Citadel.
The Citadel.
I don't want to hear that guy talk anymore. Citadel. Volus Ambassador. Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies. That could be cool. Target jamming technology. Bleh. Find the technology and bring it to him. Go. Do it yourself. I'll do this Volus one. Kelly Chambers.
Spectre status recognized. Please, one moment, please.
Yep, that's perfect. That's where you put it. Our fun stuff. YouTube links on our Discord. And then some Hellblade. Hope it gets better. I'm sure it will. I can't wait for the actual story to kick in, not the lore. I don't like lore. Lore's nice on the side, but not when it's used as story. You know?
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Look, I filled out all the forms you requested and jumped through every hoop. I don't even know where Neota is.
Spectre status recognized.
And now, an ANN editorial comment. We've heard non-stop news about massacres on our worlds. Let's not forget that we've survived heavy losses before. Rachni consumed Solarian colonies. Quarians lived through the unthinkable. Periods of ethnic cleansing have darkened the corners of human history, but we're a galaxy of survivors. Despite threats both organic and synthetic we've endured, some wonder if submitting to the rigors will save us.
Too much talking. I remember why I hate the Citadel. And I say that as I'm looping a whole bunch of more talking. I take a break for Hellblade. I just have to take like the 5 minutes. Oh, I always say it's gonna be 5 minutes, and then it ends up being like 20. Go downstairs, and then Stella goes, "Oh, can you do this? Oh, 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 can you do this?" Presidium embassies. I'm here. Of Chancellor Uduna. Investigate. Hi.
Hey, Shepard. Everyone's walking around in a daze. These are dark days for all of us.
You got your work cut out.
You and me both.
Shepard, you look like you're working real hard. He's always at his desk. I wish he was. A rash. Investigate.
The world of Thessia has been attacked by alien forces. With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from Dakuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
I'm ready. Kelly, 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 Kelly. Spectre business, bitch.
You've never been this uncooperative with us before, Ambassador.
That's because you were actually doing some good in the galaxy before.
Has that changed? How many colonies would be gone if we hadn't taken action against the Collectors?
Too many. But fighting the Alliance
must continue in order to end the war. We understand it took a lot for you to reach out to Cerberus, Ambassador Korlak. We ask that you trust us a little longer.
You people are monsters!
Ambassador, please.
Hundreds dead. Udina betraying the Council. I should have cut ties with you ages ago.
And what will that accomplish now? The risks you took by passing information to Cerberus, it's left you in an interesting position. If you sever contact, we can't protect you from the consequences.
I have no time for this.
We'll speak again. Have a good day, Ambassador Korlak.
Speak again. Don't know where, don't know when.
The Turians think I'm still working for Cerberus. They've put a price on my head. I can't go to CSEC, but Cerberus has plans. An entire Turian colony rests on my life. If anyone finds this, I hid a tracking receiver in the office suite beside the human embassies. And what are you...
He's out cold.
How can you tell through the suit?
Shut up and keep watch.
Yeah, and you could build a, you could make the terrarium that the snake lives in look like the first mission area from Metal Gear Solid 3. You know, you could build like little bunkers and stuff, and it goes up the stairs and down the stairs. You're on a sneaking mission. That's what I would do. David Hutton, play Jackbox.
Please be aware that this area is under surveillance.
Don't tell me what to do. 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 Don't tell me.
Think he can talk yet?
Ambassador, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Take it easy on him. Has to be alive till the credits come through.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. Sure. Once they notice you're missing.
Stay calm. Help's coming.
Yeah, if there's a bunch of people in the chat, we'll play some Jackbox at the end. But remember, don't tell me what to do. 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 Don't tell me what to do.
Now arriving at
Don't tell me
Presidium
what to
Commons.
do. Don't tell me what to do.
I need more info on your location.
I don't know what else I can give you.
You trying to bribe us?
No, please, if you kill me, a colony will be wiped out. You should have tried the bribe.
This is cool. I like this mission. Where is this guy? He's somewhere. Maybe in the apartments?
Sorry, refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
Down here somewhere. What are you doing? You just making a call?
Damn, wrong door.
We could break his voice box. We're in an apartment. People would hear.
Hey, Allie, Allie, Allie. 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 Hey,
Credits went through. Do it.
No, wait. Wait.
Isn't this it? Is this the apartment? Hey, what the hell's going on? This one? Where is this guy? Oh no, I think I might have missed it. Tukuno? No. Itadil? No. This one we're working on right now. Right? Right freaking now. The Batarian codes. No. He's a Volus guy. The Volus ambassador. Could he be? Ambassador didn't Korlak apartments. Number 2. How you doing there, Alan? Apartment. It's an apartment. And then they broke his voice box? I think I just lost it.
With the Elcor homeworld taken by Reaper forces, refugees from the Kuna are fleeing to the Citadel.
He just died. I think that was it. I was too slow. Scan the door? Scan the door.
Sorry, refugees are pouring into the Citadel.
Controller. Scan. I don't know if I can change that. Scan the door. Let's look it up. Volus Ambassador, Mass Effect 3, and door. Oh, I haven't played Mafia 3. No, that'd be fun. Volus Ambassador. Din Korlak. You can't open the second door, reload a previous save, and try again, moving more quickly between the first door and the second door. Oh. Okay. If you imported from Mass Effect 2 with Zaid Musani, be surprised to hear his gentlemanly tones. Cool. Whatever you try first will be the wrong door. I see. So I took too long, I think. That's the problem. Yeah, glitched. Or I took too long. How far back can we load? He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead like Kelly Chambers. Bullet between the eyes. Quick save. Citadel. Restart mission, Citadel. 10:59 a.m. 11:06 a.m. 11:16 a.m. Go back a bit. Autosave. I think it auto-saved. Yes. Okay. I think I just have to go back. Because he's dead. The Volus Ambassador. The Volus Ambassador got smashed in. His voice box is destroyed, then his head was shot in. The Volus Ambassador got smashed in. His voice box is destroyed and his head was shot.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
God smashed him. His voice box is destroyed and his head was shot. You need to go to the embassies? Yes. Oh my god, I have to do the whole thing again. Ooh. Mop 360 gigs? Ugh. What's with these game speeds so big? Shenmue 3 is going to be 100 gigs. Come on. And the original Xbox games were 4 gigabytes. And Morrowind was only 1 gigabyte. It wasn't a lot of voices, though. All people said was like, "Hello, Outlander." A lot of text. Kind of cutscenes, eh?
Half the inhabitable galaxy.
Talk to this guy. Talk to the guard.
Not Rex reiterated his support.
Where's the guard?
The disastrous bombing of the Kelvin Valley is limiting Krogan military capabilities.
Where's the Volus ambassador thingy? What the hell's going on here? Investigate the ambassador at the Presidium embassies. Now the guard's not there.
Geth's ships have provided vital assistance in slowing the advance of Reaper forces.
We got your people off to Kuna, Ambassador.
Utterly sincere. Thanks for
Okay, got
I filled
reputation.
out all the forms you requested.
You just have to go through all this stuff.
Were you able to evacuate any civilians?
We're still talking.
How many?
Not enough. What's the biggest game so far? 100 gigabytes was like Forza because of all the 4K textures. Location 54 lab. His last known position was an office suite. There we go. You have to figure it all out. Kumate. But they'll get bigger as more 4K games come out. I've got a 1 terabyte PS4 and probably a 1 terabyte external drive connected to it. There's the guard. Cutscenes are paced after the long prologues, but it's good. Cool.
Was the Volus ambassador here earlier?
Yes, he was, Commander.
I need in. Spectre business.
I'll unlock the office when you're ready.
1 terabyte to phone with an SD card? Yeah. That's, I mean, that's the best part of the Samsung phones is being able to just like pop in the to be able to just use an SD card.
Think you can talk?
Ambassador.
Yes.
Take it easy on him.
Tell me where you are.
We're still near the Presidium. CSEC will check Selkish arms when they realize I'm missing. Sure. Once they notice you're missing.
Stay calm. Help's coming.
I think I missed that dialogue because I was talking about telling somebody not to tell me what to do. Because I wanted to play a Jackbox. Here's an idea. Buy it yourself. You know? That's fine. It comes in 2 variants. 120 gigabytes and 512 gigabytes for internal storage. I don't know what I have. 64 maybe? 64 gigs? My iPhone 8 Plus?
Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
I need more info on your location.
I don't know what else I can give you.
Virus is
Trying to bribe us?
pull the plug.
No, please, if you kill me, a colony will be wiped out.
Who's gonna have time?
You should have tried the bribe.
Listen, Gorik should be punished.
Alright, here we go. Like this.
I want society to get back to
Damn, wrong door.
We could break his voice box.
That's where it saves.
We're in an apartment. People would hear.
Zip it.
Just stay calm.
Run, Shepard, run. Run, Shepard, run.
Credits went through.
Open the door.
No, wait.
There we go. Hello?
Credits went through. Time to die.
Ambassador.
By the... I don't... You saved my life.
I almost died because the Turians thought I was still with Cerberus.
You should have gone to C-Sec if your life was in danger.
And be thrown into prison? No. The things they would do to me after the damage I caused.
What intel did you give Cerberus on this colony?
Information on a Turian planet's defense system. They'll strike soon. But if I tell you which planet they're attacking, Cerberus will know I turned traitor.
I saved your life. Tell me which planet you put in danger.
I can offer a bargain. The Volus bombing fleet. In tactical terms, it's worth far more than a colony.
Or you could give us both.
You can warn the Turians there'll be an attack, Commander. That should be general enough to ward off suspicion.
You have a deal. Don't even think about backing out on it.
Done. You won't regret it. Air support is our greatest strength. I'll speak with Citadel Security about this incident. You have my thanks.
So you get something like that, or it's just a tiny little side mission. You don't have to do any battling. There's lots of tension, which they do a lot in Mass Effect 3. There's people in danger and you're trying to get to them. And then you have a choice of whether you bring this bombing fleet to help out in the overall story arc of the war, or you try to save the one colony. Great. Total Mass Effect RPG stuff.
So did you tell the refugee camp who Gorik really is?
I tried.
What happened?
Let's go. Maybe have a quick little talk to Liara, and then Hellblade time. I feel ready for Hellblade. Ready for Hellblade, 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 ready for Hellblade. Norse myths. Norse myths. Norse myths. Norse myths. Norse myths. Norse myths.
Hello, Shepard. Nice to see you.
Liara. 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 Alright, I guess that's it. Cool. Next Mass Effect, we'll blast through and we'll probably beat it. I think. Create a new save, why don't you? Oh, baby. Okay, we'll be back with a lot about Greek and Norse myth. No, I don't. And I think I'm going to find out more about it. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.